The purpose of this show is to guide you to realign with habits that get you to live the life you've always dreamed of. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with Jesse Ewing. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle, where you can access your full potential right now. Finally break free from destructive habits. That dream life, if you want it, you can have it. This is where you transform your health, mind, business, and relationships. Or do nothing and keep your life the way it is. But if you're ready for change, you're in the right place. This is where you're gonna learn how to live a habit-based lifestyle. You are tuning in to the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Jesse Ewing. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle. Let's
All right,
go.
So guys, I want to welcome Andy and Michelle Cassady. They own a martial arts, two martial arts studios in Illinois, right?
Yes, sir.
Or I have a person that I always joke around and say Illinois.
That's how we pronounce it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you know if you're not from there, right?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
All right, so I want to welcome you guys. Number one, you guys have been in the Habit-Based Lifestyle program a year and a couple months. You guys just recently expanded into opening up a second location, which has been amazing. But first, I kind of want to go back into one, just maybe do a brief intro on like what you guys, just how long you've been doing it and teaching, and then kind of, what you're super passionate about when it comes to that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You ladies first.
Well, we've been open for 7 years.
Mhm.
The academy's been open for 7 years. And we teach the kids martial arts, jiu-jitsu, it's Hoist Gracie jiu-jitsu, and adults also. So we start at age 4 and up. Multiple classes, lots of classes at our academy. And like you said, we just opened up a second location about 30 miles from our current location because there was a need for it. We had a lot of people in that area reach out to us, wanted to bring their kids to us, but they thought it was a little too far. So
It was actually my
Okay.
home.
yeah, it's his hometown.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so they know the name.
Yes. Yes.
So
Andy, what about you? How long you been doing martial arts?
Oh man, this is my 26th year training. Like I said,
Wow.
opened up the academy. Yeah, it's been a long time. Opened up the academy 7 years ago, walked away from the family business and decided I wanted to do what I loved for a living. And 7 years later, here we are. So it's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So super excited for you guys in the future.
Thank you.
Let me ask you guys this, and maybe Michelle, you can go first, and then Andy. What were you guys struggling with prior to Habit-Based Lifestyle? And I know, you've been in the program for a year and a couple months, so it probably feels like, well, that was like 10 years ago, but
yeah, it feels forever.
what were you guys struggling with when you first kind of came into the program?
We came into the program during COVID, so we were struggling with retention. A lot of people are losing their jobs. And so that led us to you as far as trying to build the business back up, trying to do an online business, which in return, we ended up developing an online martial arts program during COVID, which really helped the business. So
Mhm.
Awesome. So hardest thing was, retention and getting in new clients,
mhm.
just kind of based on, regulations, stuff like that. What do you feel like, I know when you came in, you guys were really struggling with just how many clients were staying in, but like, what was that like for you guys, knowing that you'd had a business for, at that point, 5.5, 6 years, and all of a sudden now it's like, hey, this is one of the most difficult times. What was that like?
Scary.
Yeah, very scary.
We were scared. I'm not ashamed to admit it at all. We spent all these years building this up
Mhm.
and doing what we loved every day. It was like, basically being retired, this and getting to do what we want every day and getting paid for it. And we were scared we were going to lose it. We worked so hard for it, and we didn't we didn't want to do anything else with our lives. So it was like, you know, how do we figure this out? How do we turn this around and make this work any way possible and bring this thing back?
Yeah, because
Okay.
a lot of businesses were going under at the time, and
60% of our industry were not a business during COVID.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
so we were worried that, you know, there goes our passion, there goes our business, there goes everything. We're like,
Mhm.
how can we beat this, make this work?
Yeah.
And your mindset, you know, what was your mindset kind of like before coming in versus like what it is now?
Mine's a lot better. Mine is I know that we can do this now.
Mhm.
We've had the ups and downs through COVID, and it actually came to a point where people are like, we want our kids in some activity, and nobody was offering any activities at the time. So this was like the perfect opportunity for us to do the Zoom classes, the online learning. And so now, you know, we have such a huge variety of choices for people. So I feel so much better. You can do Zoom if you don't want to come in, or you can do online training through our online library or come in. So I think we have a lot more options.
Yeah, I agree.
So I feel a lot better. So,
Awesome. So you guys really like pivoted
oh yeah.
your business model,
Mhm.
Yes.
you know, where you kind of went from all 100% in person to then creating kind of a virtual business model that you could continue to serve people in your community. Not only that, but like still give them the same service you guys did in person, obviously, as much as you could without being in person.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, we come out of it
What
actually offering more than we ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
We have
what do you think attributed to that?
Where are you going?
I personally think it was your program, because
Yeah.
I think the organic marketing, getting ourselves out there, getting people to like us, know what we're doing, and knowing also that it's just not martial arts. Like, we're putting stuff out there that is real life scenarios. You know, how do you want to improve your child's life beyond martial arts? And so I think the program helped us build up the organic side of it, people getting to know us, what we do, and just wanting their kids in the program for all the reasons and everything that we offer them. Character building.
Well, I think when people think like this thing we always struggled with was when people thought of martial arts, they think, you know, punches, kicks, or traditional karate or things like that. And it was always a struggle trying to get out there who we are and what we do and like, you know, what we believe in. And with, you know, doing what we did in your program really we were able to do that and get that out there. So there was no question as to who we are as individuals and, you know,
Right.
instructors and what our academy does for kids.
Yeah, what we believe in.
So it was very
Okay.
crystal clear.
Mhm.
Awesome. So you're able to really connect with customers and connect with your ideal clients and
Yes.
stuff like that. Let me ask you this, prior to coming in, like what were you doing for marketing?
The traditional stuff, the paid ads, you know, and all
Mhm.
this kind of stuff, and just the same thing that everybody does. You know, it was just I'm going to target this group. I'm going to send this ad out here, and let's keep our fingers crossed and hope this hits. You know, things like that.
Yeah, and I think
Okay.
the way that we did it was different. I mean, like
Mhm.
when we did it, we put some videos out there, but we would put out, I hate to say generic information, but information you could probably like read in a book what martial arts does for you. Where now it's more
Okay.
like, this is what we do.
We're putting us out there.
We're
more or
putting us
less.
out there and
You know?
putting like, people commenting, interviews, things like that. Like, we're putting things out there to show people like, this is what happened to this child. This is how this child grew in their martial arts journey, things like that. So I think it's just
Yeah.
realistic. People can see that that's truly what they're experiencing, and they want the same for their child.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I mean, what I'm hearing you guys say is you're putting the real you, the real like things
Mhm.
about your business out there, not the hey, come join our gym
Right.
for $29,
Right.
which
Mhm.
is kind of like I'm going to promote the low barrier offer versus promoting the results we help people get, which is kind of what I hear you're doing now is,
Mhm.
you know, we're talking about the results people are getting, and that's what's what people wanting to come in,
Mhm.
not necessarily promoting, you know, the cheapest option in town. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, we're promoting more of like, helping them with their life problems, whether it's stress or, whatever it is that they come in there for.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome. So as a result of, you being in our program, I mean, obviously you guys have been in our program for, I mean, I think the longest out of everybody, as far as this specific program. What has the results been, or what has the results helped you produce? And maybe, some, I know you're probably going to be general, but maybe be as specific as possible when it comes to, how many people you're getting in per month now, and new clients signing up.
that's your area.
I can tell you, when we joined, because we just been hit by COVID pretty hard and people were kind of panicked and everything was shutting down and everything else. So when we joined with you, I believe we had around 75. Our numbers had dropped down to about 75 students total. And
Okay.
right now we're at 158. So
Okay. Wow. So you
that's not a
a
bad
little over
turnaround.
doubled.
Yeah, that's not a bad turnaround in the year, man. So
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this, like what's the financial impact on that, being able to double your revenue in a year?
Life's a lot less stressful. I'll say that.
Freedom
Okay.
Yeah.
freedom to yeah, take a vacation.
Yeah.
Freedom to do things that we weren't able to do before. So
Yeah, that's awesome. I
like
know,
less stress.
when you guys first came in, um, what would you say you were doing in revenue per month compared to like what you guys are doing now and set up to do now?
A month.
Oh yeah, revenue's more than double easily.
Yeah.
Especially with the people we gained during that, and we actually the retention was there.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then of course some of that has changed because we've got a full staff now too, which you helped us with. Like we hired and trained an entire staff. So
Yeah, one thing I remember coming in, it was just you two and one or two instructors.
Yeah.
And now, you guys actually have a manager, you have, I don't know how many instructors, and now you're opening up another location, which you've already pre-sold, what, 28 of the 55 memberships for that?
yes,
Yeah. Right now we have
and we still got 3 weeks to go.
yeah,
So-
we have 3 instructors and 4 assistant instructors and a manager plus us.
Wow.
Yeah.
And like Thursday,
And I
for
think,
example, we can take a night off if we want. We did it
Right.
Thursday. It was kind of a last minute thing. We had to go down to see the kids at college, and we just, guys, you know what? You know your jobs. We'll see you next week. That was kind of it.
yeah, awesome. So you guys have doubled your revenue in the last year.
Mhm.
You've, trained an entire staff. You guys weren't taking vacations. Now you are taking vacations.
Mhm.
And not only that, you guys have opened up another location. So obviously you need more staff for that. So these are kind of the results, right, that you've gotten. But like, what's been an unexpected result you guys have gotten out of this?
A second location.
The second location was not expected. Well, like especially with everything falling into place in the last few months, we got more time together, to kind of do what we like to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say
More
that.
time with the kids.
Yeah. That and like not necessarily teaching all the classes too.
Oh yeah.
That's been a huge thing for us. I mean, we taught every class before. So that's been a huge thing that we didn't expect that we could ever get to a place where we didn't have to teach if we don't want to teach. We can just teach we're filling in. Like right now we have a couple people out right now for military duty. And so we're filling in teaching those classes. But those aren't our
Okay.
normal classes to
Awesome.
teach. So
Yeah.
But yeah, more time with each other, So it's nice.
Hope that's good for
We
you.
I also learned boundaries from you. I'm getting a little bit better with those. A little better. I'm learning to not respond to people as much. Take a day, like a weekend, and just be like, okay, this can wait. How important is this? It's hard, but I've learned to push some of that onto like our manager and people to reach out to her instead of me. And, It's
What do you guys think the mindset shift is that you've made from where you were a year ago to where you are now when it comes to business?
Um, I'm gonna word this correctly. I feel like we're more in control. We're in control of it now. Instead of the business running us, we run it. If that makes
Okay.
sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we're not just at the mercy of, like Michelle said, whatever a client needs at that moment, or we don't have to teach every single class. We don't have to do all this stuff. We're more in the, like you say, the CEO side of it now. And it's fantastic.
Mhm.
It feels great.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever think you'd get here?
No.
No. No, we kind of resigned ourselves to this is what it is, and we're good with this. This is all right. We can. It'd be nice if it was a little bit easier.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say easier, but different.
Yeah. Yeah. We now have like not necessarily employees, but like some adult students like fighting for who's going to teach. Like if we're out of town, it's just like, well, why is he teaching? Why can't I teach? And it's just like, oh, okay. Well,
Thank God.
didn't know that you you wanted to.
Yeah.
So the whole culture in your, what do you call it? Dojo, gym,
Academy, whatever. Yeah.
academy, your whole culture in your academy is completely changed from,
Yes.
you guys kind of wearing all the hats to now, you guys are more in the CEO role and you're like, hey, these are the specific things you're doing and you kind of have that focus for them.
Yeah.
And it sounds like your employees love it, right?
Yes. They do.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys, go ahead.
No, they love the fact that we're giving them more opportunities to do more.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We have one instructor, an assistant instructor going to the new location. And he's just
Okay.
thrilled to be managing that entire location. He's going to be in
Wow,
charge
that's
of it.
awesome.
He'll be in charge of the fulfillment, but he'll be in charge of managing the whole thing. We'll be the backside, of course, for the signups and communication. But
Yeah, that's awesome. Let me ask you guys this, like you've been in the program, what's been kind of a result as far as being around other business owners, other entrepreneurs? How has that helped you guys or how has that been a benefit for you guys?
well, I would say like in the group personally with having like the different businesses, I think it goes to show that we're all in the same situation at times. Like we all struggle with the same things. We can all help each other. And so I think we can feed off of that and help each other get through certain situations because somebody may have already been through it.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's nice to be able to bounce ideas off and get feedback from everybody. I mean, we may be in a different line of work, but we're all still business owners at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So there's
Okay.
we still have a lot of the same issues, and it's nice to see other people's take on different things and kind of find solutions with everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Awesome. What obviously we teach on a lot of stuff in our program. What do you feel like has really resonated with you or been kind of the biggest game changer to your success from what we're doing?
Oh, there's more than one.
Go ahead. I just feel like the whole organic marketing to me is a
Oh,
whole
that
game
without a
changer.
doubt. Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, being able for people to get to know us,
Mhm.
And really know who it's like we talked about before. They feel like they know us before they ever do business with us. It's
Okay.
already personal, and
Yeah.
and the other part I was going to add was like, we just mentioned developing the staff so we can step away and do more of building the business as opposed to working in it all the time. Those are the two big ones for me.
So like systems and scaling so you
Yeah.
can continue to grow your business. That's a huge thing.
Yes.
Well, we
Obviously.
have a lot of systems in place since we've been with you, like the whole developing, like employee handbooks, having meetings,
Mhm.
going over schedules, and more like not being so much, which I'm still working on this, but not being so like working on like this is what I need you to do, not can you please do this. I know I'm still working on that. He does better at that than I do. He's like, don't ask.
Yes, tell them.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's a great point is, we have a tendency and we can have a tendency as business owners to ask people and they give us a yes or no answer, or we can just tell them. but tell them in a way that's like, hey, I'm telling you because this is the biggest benefit for you. I'm
Right.
not telling you because I'm being
Yeah.
a jerk. And I think sometimes we can feel that as like, hey, I'm being really bossy.
Mhm.
Um, but I think the cool thing is what I've watched both of you guys step into is going from like letting the business control you
Mhm.
to now the business working for you.
Mm.
And so really stepping into the CEO role with both of you guys. And then also one thing I've seen from both of you guys is know both of your strengths,
Yeah.
and then come together and really make that one big strength is where Andy may feel like, hey, I'm not as good at these things. You've really stepped up, Michelle, in areas where you're like, hey, I'm not as good at these.
Mhm.
Andy's really stepped up, and you guys have been able to put those together and make yourselves stronger. And that's really what I've seen you guys do is step into that CEO role because you both recognize each other's strengths.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you.
So
I appreciate that.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So one last thing, like for you guys, what would you tell someone on the fence, maybe individually, each one of you guys? And then I want to honor your time. So,
Good.
someone on the fence of joining the program.
Um, I would tell them that it's life changing. It really is. You gain the freedom of being able to be in control of your business and your life rather than it being the other way around. And so I feel like the organic marketing is something that nothing can compare to that. Ads can't compare to that. Nothing can compare to that. It's completely life changing and gives you the freedom and balance in life that you need and you want without life controlling you. So
Awesome.
I think it's easy to think we don't need help a lot of times. Like I've been a business owner since I was 25. I'm 47 now. So, um, and it wasn't, I mean, this program changed the way I look at everything. So I was always kind of, I can do it myself kind of person. Right. So, but, I kind of knew who you were. And when you put that out there one day on Facebook, I jumped on it. I'm like, I trust this guy. I know this guy. So, we get in the program and then it's just awesome to, learn what you don't know and have someone kind of guide you to create all these new, like you said, the systems and everything
Mhm.
else to get where you want to be. And it works so much faster with help than it does just trying to
Yeah,
figure every damn thing out on your own. So
that's awesome.
well, it makes you like
What?
look at things different. Like you ask us questions that actually things that we would never even
yeah.
think of. Like if you're stressed, you're not going to do well in business. So let's talk about why you're stressed. So
Amen.
Awesome. Well, let me ask you guys one last thing.
Yeah.
A lot of obviously a lot of what we teach in here is business. But can you give me one lifestyle change that's happened since you've been in here, or maybe the most significant one?
date night. Go ahead.
When we struggle with it, one of us more than the other.
Yeah.
Separating the business from our personal life. Like
Okay.
there's gotta be a line, right? So we turn the phones off and it's time to go on a date. The phones can
Okay.
just be over there by themselves and the business can wait. It's our time, you know, and we
Awesome.
make sure we make that no matter what.
We do. We have 2 date nights a week now.
'Cause we're
There
married
you
to
go.
business. It's easy to let it. Yeah, we're up to 2 date nights now.
Yeah.
So because we need them.
Yeah, we
And
do.
but yeah, it's so easy to just get stuck in business, and that's all your relationship is. We didn't want that. So
Yeah,
Nice.
we've done better turning it off or
oh yeah.
or we'll say like, "Hey, can I talk for 5 minutes about something that's really important with our business?" And
And
then
that's
I
all we
won't
get.
talk anymore.
Nope, that's all we get. Okay, clock's running.
And if I do, you stop me from talking about it. And there's been times where he's like, "It's always me." He's like,
This is not me.
Time's up.
Yep, I
he's
got
like, "You're done."
That's funny.
All right.
All
So
right. Well, awesome, guys. Super proud of you guys and super excited for what you're doing in the future. And just can't wait to see what you guys continue to create together. And then I know, at some point you're probably going to step into teaching other people to do what you're doing in your
Yes,
industry,
Yes.
which
that's our
I think
goal.
it's a huge calling for both of you guys. And I think, it's a powerful place for you guys to be able to lead other people in your industry. And I really see you guys doing this in the future and just continuing to make an impact. So congratulations. And we appreciate having you guys in our program, and then also the work that you guys have done.
We appreciate you, man. Thank
Yeah, we really do. Thank you. You changed our life.
Yep, absolutely.
You guys are awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being on, and really appreciate you guys.
You
Thank
too, brother. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
The purpose of this show is to guide you to realign with habits that get you to live the life you've always dreamed of. This is the Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast with Jesse Hughes.